Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, welcome to our business opportunity presentations. So live from Avita HQ Singapore and also broadcasted globally via Zoom. Okay, I'm very excited to see so many of you joining us tonight. Thank you for coming. And also, let's whether you are joining us in the auditorium or you're joining us from overseas via Zoom, let's start with some positive energy. Okay, please turn to the person next to you. Please give them a high five and say, I'm glad to see you here. And for our Zoom friend, okay, please do the same. You may feel free to type in the chat. Okay, type in the chat. I'm glad to see you on Zoom. Also share with us which city and country are you from? Wow. Yeah, we have an international audience tonight. Yeah, let's have some interactions. You see, the auditory is so exciting. Okay, please say hi to our Zoom friends. Yeah, the camera is over there. Wave to our Zoom friends. Yeah. Okay, taking photo. Okay. No more space. Okay. I'm Platinum Director Jenny Tan, and I'm honored to be your host this evening. Okay. All right. Thanks to the exciting Orbita opportunities, okay, I'm successfully transitioned from an ordinary banking executive to now a network marketing entrepreneur in this booming wellness industry. So tonight, we are going to explore an exciting opportunities in the longevity economy. And leading us on this journey is none other than our visionary leader, Per Ambassador Alvin Yong. Okay. So Pierre Alvin, so he is one of our highest ranking leaders in Avita. He is also the country director overseeing the Philippines, Thailand, and Cambodia in our global network. And not only that, he is also has been instrumental in shaping the Avita business education system and has also personally coached many of us, including myself, to achieve success in this business. Okay, I'm forever grateful to Pierre Alvin because of his dedications in coaching me, in supporting me, and grooming me to be who I am today on the stage. Without him, I won't be on the stage so confidently. Yeah. So his insights today into the longevity economy are truly eye-opening. So if you are looking for a more prosperous and more fulfilling 2025, you won't want to miss a single word of what he has to share with us tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's give the warmest welcome to our inspiring speaker, Per Ambassador Alvin Yong.
Thank you. Thank you for a warm welcome by Jenny. Is she good? Please give her a round of applause. In Avista, this is what it's all about. Yeah, sculpting and building us to become a better and better version of ourselves. It's 2025 January. Happy New Year to all of us here. Happy New Year. Can you say Happy New Year to each other? Oh, already 恭喜发财了是吧? Yeah, new year, new hope, new business, new opportunity, new goals. Yeah, and become a better version of yourself. How about that? Yeah. So I hope that tonight the sharing would pave a way for you to, becoming a better version and fly higher for yourself. Yeah. My name is Alvin Yong. I've been in this business for 18 years, as long as this company has been around. And I'm going to tell a bit of my story. But before that, since New Year, right? What if you meet a genie tonight? Yeah. Maybe some of you can rub your water tumbler, Yeah. And if a genie come on, and then he or she say to you, Yeah. Choose one. I will realize it for you. Money or time? What will you say? You never listen to the instruction by the genie. Genie say you can only have one. Which one will you go for? Kathy, which one will you go for? Time. Okay. How about Jenny? Money. Okay, different already. Okay. How about Mr. Yo? Time. Gui Chu? Time. Anybody choose money? Oh, see? Yeah. Anybody choose time? Okay. Yeah. I'll share with you my struggle between these two. For a long time in my earlier career, I started in my first income generating career. I started in the SAF as an army officer. I took up a scholarship, studied in London, and then graduated and came back and worked as an army officer. Completed my bond, and I really didn't want the kind of regimentation and the inflexibility. In other words, I didn't get to choose my time. I love traveling. Some of you will know, right? I'm part of the Singapore Adventurers Club. We go climbing mountains and all. And each trip usually is about 2 weeks minimum, if not 3. Yeah. And it's a pain to apply for leaves. You also have pain. Are you all working for the same boss? Yeah. I hate applying for leaves because you never know where to get it. And even you get it, the boss make you feel obligated, like you owe him $1,000, something like that. And then I've completed, and I thought I wanted to, fly in the corporate sector. I joined the private sector, work hard, and then climbed the corporate ladder. And eventually, my last corporate job was a regional director in an MNC. It's a media company, right? And again, it was the same, right? Well, you get the money, but I didn't have time, especially when I have my little girl, my little baby girl. Okay? I really wanted flexibility of time. Don't get me wrong, having time doesn't mean that I'm just lazing around doing nothing. Yeah. But I just want that sense of control, that freedom that I experienced. I didn't get it in the corporate sector. And so, what do you think is a good advice for me? To become my own boss. Yeah, how come you know? Yeah. So I started a company, and I want to tell this story because it's related to what I'm going to talk tonight as well. So I started a company because my wife and I, we love rock climbing. So we were among the pioneers in the rock climbing in Singapore. Yes, yeah. This couple here got the bugs of rock climbing after they climbed with me once. Yeah, just 2-3 years ago. Yeah. And so I thought, hey, if I'm going to be my own boss, what if I do my hobby and make it a business? I love what I do. Then it's not work, right? 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 Wrong. Yeah. What happened was that I was lucky. I was lucky in one thing. I was lucky in capturing the right trend at a point in time. The year was late 1900s, 1990, 98, 99, early 2000. There was a time where, if you remember, there was a boom time of rock climbing wall construction in Singapore. Almost every other school, they wanted a climbing wall. So I specialized in designing and building rock climbing walls. Do you think it's good business? Yeah, it was the right trend. So that was a good business. Yeah. However, when I'm building one wall, I could not take on another project. Right. So I was doing as a side hustle at that point in time, side business, hoping that if this business take off, then I can transit, like what Jenny said, transition into a full-time boss of my own. Yeah. But I tell you, lessons are best learned when you're actually doing it. Do you agree? No amount of books that you read, no amount of seminar that you listen to will prepare you 100% for it. Now, I was fortunate to get the climbing wall system from a UK manufacturer. His name is Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson was known as the father of rock climbing wall in the UK. So we are very glad that he appointed us as like the sole designer and builder of that. And the very first wall we built was 3 huge walls in Singapore Polytechnic. And Mr. Robinson sent his right-hand man, Steve, to come and guided me in building the wall. And technology transfer the know-how to me. Yeah. Following year, I got another project, building another 40-meter high wall in one of the secondary school in Bedok. I asked Mr. Robinson, can you send Steve again? And guess what Mr. Robinson said? Don't talk about Steve. That rascal left me, took all my technology, and started a competitive business opposite me. So that was how I realized that, hey, if Mr. Robinson is having this kind of challenges, one day it will be my challenge as well. Now, UK is a big country. He was driving up and down the country, building, managing. He was 60-year-old at that point in time. He was doing all by himself. One night, after Robert Kiyosaki's 4 quadrant, I sat down with my wife and we had a long talk. Look, we love this hobby, but is this business something that will last long? I'm always alone together with her, right? For those who are doing small business like renovation business, interior design, you understand what I mean. Right? You cannot scale up. So if you cannot scale up, that means that the business will forever be a one-man show, will forever be small. But if the trend lasts, not so bad. Now let me ask you, do you see climbing wall being built nowadays? No more. That trend was a short trend for about 10 years. And after that, there's no more business opportunity already. If I had continued in that business, yeah, I will have to look for another business down the days. So there's this thing about trend that's really, really important. If you are keen on business opportunity, there are a few classical things that you got to look at, a few criteria, and one of which is trends. Do you know of any good trends nowadays? Any? Yeah, there are many trends actually, but not all the trends are open for all of us to participate. Agree? We are looking at eco trend. It's big. Okay, greening the environment is huge, but it is also a business that not many of us has the appetite or the capital and the technological know-how to participate in those trends. So I'm going to share with you one trend tonight. And this trend is something that I've been asking myself. If I have genie all over again, how can I invest time to multiply more time? Is that a good idea? How do I invest effort such that it can multiply more effort? As a result, it creates a leverage that brings me more money. How does that sound to you? Right? So what is one trend that many of us kind of know, but kind of not grasping it fully also? Okay, and that is the longevity economy. Now, I must say that this is a time in human history that we have never experienced before. There are a lot of things that we can look at history and kind of teach us a lesson. But this longevity economy is something that is brand new. It's something that has never happened before in the human history. Let me tell you why that is so. First and foremost, every one of us know about fast aging population, yes? We are all living longer as well, yes? Longevity is about living longer. So how long are we living nowadays? Let's take a look at it. Now, compared to 1800s. And 1800 is not long, very long ago. 1800 is like 200 over years ago, right? Average lifespan of human is only at 31 years old. In other words, at that point in time, there were very few old people. Agree? Yeah. If you have old persons at age of 70, 80, oh, you worship that guy already, right? It's like very rare. Okay. Of course, at that point in time, sanitation, food, the medical advancement, they're all very backward at that point in time. Yeah. So people tend to die very, very young. 1800 is too long ago that you and I might not be able to imagine. Just look at about 80 to 100 years ago. How about that? After World War I, before World War II, that will be what? Our grandparent generation. Some of us, our parents' generation. Agree? Right? So during that era, just 100 years ago, our average lifespan on planet Earth is only 50 years old. And then you see the curve starting to go up very steeply. Now you have Spanish flu that killed a lot of people. These are all pandemic, okay, like COVID-19. And then you have World War II that killed a lot of people. And then the Great Leap Forward killed a lot of people, 50 over million people in China, right? But it's just a dip and then it continued climbing. The last dip up there is COVID-19. It's just a small little dip and it continued climbing again. Now, this is the fact now. 73 years old is average, but let's look at some of the countries that you and I are familiar with. Singapore is already at 83, Philippines 76, Malaysia, Thailand, all climbing closer and closer to 180 years and beyond. Now, how many of us will still be alive in, say, 2050? I certainly hope you are, yeah? We are going to celebrate some birthday celebration here, yeah? In Asia alone, seniors age 60 and above will grow from 700 million to 1.3 billion. 1.3 billion is about the size of the whole China, yeah? That is the magnitude of a trend that is unstoppable, a development that's inevitable. Now, how does it impact you and I? What is this? What's the meaning of this trend? That's really important for us to grasp. You know, people say, right? 先知先觉,后知后觉. Meaning, if you can foresee a certain trend that's inevitable, you are in a good position to take certain action ahead of time, either to mitigate the threat that is coming to you or to grasp the opportunity that's developing going forward. Yes? Okay. So what are we looking at? Now, let's look at the population and some of these countries that we are familiar with. Japan, South Korea, Thailand, China. These are all fast aging community, including Singapore, right? How big is the world population now? Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that the world population, do you know the world population? What's the number? We have just crossed 8 billion on the 15th of November, 2022, which is just 2 years ago. I remember when I was in school, secondary school, the world population was only 4 billion. 4 billion compared to now 8 billion. And it's projected to increase to 9.8 billion by 2050. So let's look at what's the implication of it behind this and on this backdrop. Longevity economy is about aging populations. 1 in 6 will be aged 60 and above. And it is not other people, it's many of us here. Yes? Okay, no need to nod your head too. Yeah, then we know that you're fast approaching that. Yeah. Okay. I'm also approaching that. Yeah. I'll be 60 plus by then. Yeah. And over 2.1 billion people will be aged over 60 by 2050. And one of the countries is showing us the way forward. And guess which one is it? The oldest population in the world is none other than Japan. Yeah. Akimi, that's your country, right? Where you come from. Yeah. Do you know that Japan now, 1 in 3 people are already aged 65 and above? And there are many of them. In a country that's 124 million people, already 36 million of them will generate a market size of aging care market of close to 1 billion. And that 1 trillion, sorry, yeah? And that's humongous. So this market is going to be very, very big. Why? Because they are rich as well. Those people who are age 60s and above are the people who have built up the economy during the industrialization years. Over the last 50 years, these are the people who are the pillars who have made their wealth. And collectively, age 60 and above holds 65% of the whole country's personal financial assets that is numbered at $17 trillion. That's Japan. Japan is rich. But every other country has got something similar. It is only a matter of when. And everybody is approaching Japan's. Now, then let's look at it. What does it mean? Implication now. Implication that there will be a looming crisis. Already, these articles are in 2022 and 2024. Many medical facilities are striking. Many of the healthcare workers are protesting that they are overworked, underpaid, like never ending work, And Singapore is in a better position. But I'm not talking about Singapore market. I'm talking about the whole Asia market. Yeah. Singapore, we are very lucky in the sense that we have the money. The country is wealthy enough to invest early enough. Currently, Singapore is building the 2 more general hospital, one in Bedok and another one in where is it? Tengah, yeah. One in the east and one in the west. Together, when these two are completed, Singapore will have 13 general hospital, huge, and 12 community hospital for a small little country. But we can have the money to build the hardware. You have money, you can build a nice building, you can put in the MRI machine and the X-ray machine, yes, but you still need the humanware, right? And that is going to be a tremendous fight. It's going to be a global demand fight. Already Germany is eyeing Filipino nurses. How many of you know that Philippines is the worst exporter of nurses? Everybody knows, yeah? Middle East, America, UK, Europe, right? China even, right? And Germany are eyeing them, paying them very high salary. Recently, I was giving a talk in a doctors' convention in Manila to a whole group of doctors from the Philippines. I was sharing some information that maybe some of them don't even know. Do you know that at the moment now, Filipino, there are 250,000 nurses who are Filipino, who are working all over the world. But right now, Philippines itself is lacking 250,000 nurses. In other words, if they recall everybody go back to Philippines, it'll be okay, right? But is that going to be the case? Because unless Philippines can match the pay and the salary, and look at what Japan is doing now. This is right in December, just last month, right? Japanese government has announced a very lucrative package to attract nurses, not just Filipino, anybody, including nurses from Singapore, to go and help them because they are similar. Because Japan has 124 million people, Philippines has 110 million people, right? So they are already in shortage of another 250,000. By 2040, they were short of 570,000 nurses. Can you imagine? And this is just Japan. How about Thailand? How about Taiwan? How about South Korea? How about Singapore? Right? And ironically, I just received a text from Lin Sing. How many of us know Lin Sing, our dear associate? She's actually a birthday girl today. But last night, when she was holding her granddaughter, I think the granddaughter kicked the table or something like that, and she fell back and knocked the wall. So today, this afternoon, in morning, 11:30, she went to the A&E, Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Do you know that just now before my talk started, I text her, she's still in the hospital. There were not enough nurses. Okay, all the beds, everything is cramped. There were not enough nurses. Now, this looming crisis is already happening in one of the most advanced cities in the world. How about the other country? So what is the implication to all the people, including all of us here? Let's look at this. We are these people. We are the baby boomers, the Gen X, the Gen Y, and even the Gen Z, right? These are, what do we want? They are not other people. They are you and me. We are us. What do you want? You want good medical facility, right? Affordable and timely, available. Yes? Not just us here. The whole Asia, including all the people who are on Zoom right now. Everybody want affordable medical care when you're getting sick. Because as you grow older, inevitable, right? Like old cars, more parts will fall apart and you need some medical care. But more than that, today's Gen Z, Gen X, and baby boomers, we are discerning people. We are not our grandfather generation fought the war and then uneducated and working hard to just make ends meet. Many of us have got that money. Yeah, we can afford good things. How many of you want to look as young as you are now 20 years later? Not only the ladies, men also. Yes? Thomas, right? Thomas, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, beauty products, beauty strategy, beauty solutions. You want to travel? How many of you like traveling? Oh, see, everybody. We have worked very hard. We accumulate some wealth. We're going to see the world, right? But you want to travel, you got to make sure that you have a healthy body. Yeah, fit, right? So tourism, travel, and that's why anti-aging, or for that matter, I wouldn't say anti-aging as in cosmetic, yeah? It is more about slowing down aging. If you can preserve, just like banker preserve your health, your wealth, we must learn how to preserve your health so you can last longer. And this brings us to two inevitable trends that are staring at us today. Whether you are aware of it or you're not aware of it, it is coming mainstream. Okay, like a choo-choo train is going to run all the way for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Preventive wellness. It's no longer about getting sick. We all know there are not enough nurses. There are not enough younger generation to look after us, right? And at the same time, because we are all living longer, do you need to have money or not? Money and time. You have all the time, no money, jialat. Agree? Yeah. You can't do much. But you got money, but you have no time to spend. I remember Xiu was in that predicament, yeah. When you are in a high flyer in the corporate world, you got all the money, but you are working like a slave, right? And you have no time to spend. So it's about having that balance. So if you have money and you have time, how wonderful is it? May 2025 be a year of plentiful of money and plentiful of time for each one of us. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How many of us are parents here? Do you agree with me? Because this is a sentence that Noon, another of my associate, discussed with me over last Friday. Yeah. And she said, as parents, the best gift for our children is our own wellness. This is something that I and my wife believe strongly because we only have one daughter. How many of you have many siblings? More than 3 siblings? You have more than 3 siblings. That means your parents have given birth to more than 3 children, right? Now, their problem, at least got 3 people to share. Okay? And how many of you got only 1 child or 2 child? 2 children only? Wow, jialat, y'all. Okay, y'all better take care of your wellness because we cannot become a burden to our children. Agree? And I would say the converse is also true. The best gift I can give to my parents is wellness so that they grow old. And then when the time to die, they just die. How do you like that? No, I know the word die sometimes is like, right? But you see, human is like that. 生老病死, right? These 4 stages of life. In Chinese, what it means is that you're born, you grow old, and then you fall sick, and then you die. No, not yet die. Oh, not yet die. Not yet. You're not yet. Yeah. Then die. See, born and die is just an instant, but the growing old is a long duration, right? The question is, can you shorten the sickness? Or can you take away the sickness altogether? 生老死. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah. And this is really the vision and wishes in Avita. That's our way of thinking, right? So what can you do about it? Here I have a little cartoon here for you. You read yourself and you tell me which one you would like to see as a role model, which example you ought to follow. There are a lot of high-level people around. Yeah, we all want to be high level executive, but don't become high level high in high blood pressure, high in sugar, high cholesterol. You know. These also are different kind of high level people. Okay. You work hard, you work hard, you work hard, you work hard, you earn all the money, and then later you give the money to the doctors. No wonder all the doctors driving Tesla, and then he drives this wheelchair. But I think today and going forward, this is what education is all about. And in Avita, we're committed to giving this kind of wellness education as well. So the people are aware and they can choose because it's choice. Chronic diseases are a choice. You can choose to be lazy and you can end up with having a lot of chronic diseases, or you can choose to do prevention and end up with no chronic disease. Okay? And be that like this lady. Yeah, want to stay youthful, stay energetic. So what can you do about it? And that is where the first thing we're talking about is how can we slow down our aging? Aging is inevitable. You cannot not age. Yes, agree? Right? But the key question is, can aging be slowed down? And I'll tell you a definite yes, because of today's technology. 1800s, no. 1900, no. But year 2020, in this century, we have known enough of what is happening inside our body to get to a point where we can slow down aging. Now, in order to know how to slow down aging, we got to look a little bit inside ourselves. What are we made of? You all know. Oh, yeah. So it's not just muscle. Muscle is made of cells. We have bone, but bone is made of. So we have all kinds of cells in our body. 100 trillion cells in our body. Every cell is responsible for certain function. There's this book, highly recommended you read it. It's called The Song of the Cells by this professor, Siddhartha Mukherjee. Fantastic book. Yeah. And in this book, he shared about how he actually tell a story about our body, about our cells. And that's why he called it a song of the cells. It says that all the cells work together like an orchestra, like a symphony. It's like a government, right? Every cell is responsible for certain things. It describes how the cells, like for example, heart cells, are all connected in a way that it pumps in a rhythmic form. It talks about cells in the nerve, our nerve cells, how it transmit signals, for example. It talks about cells in our pancreas, how it produces insulin, for example. In other words, diseases are by many names. You have many thousands of names in all forms of diseases. But at the end of the day, he said that all diseases are basically just one disease. And that is some cells are not functioning properly. Agree? And if your liver cells are not functioning properly, you end up with liver problem. Your blood cells not functioning properly, you have blood disorder. And your kidney cells are not functioning properly, you may end up having diabetes and then following with kidney failure. And you need dialysis. So why would cell not function properly? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. Because if we want to prevent ourselves from aging too fast, we've got to answer this. And cells get sick because of two things. They get poisoned or malnourished, in other words, deficient. They are not getting enough nutrients, right? How do they get poisoned? Free radicals. We all know about this. Some of us know a little bit more than others, but basically we have free radicals from everywhere. Pollutions, Wi-Fi, radiations, including food that we eat or junk food that we eat that will generate a lot of free radicals in our body. Free radicals are bad news because they come into the cells. If it can damage the cell membranes and get in and damage your DNA, then you will lead on to cancer development as well. So free radical, if we can fight off free radical, is one way to preserve the integrity of the cells. Next is, if you look at how you can reduce the chances of cells getting sick, then you have better health, right? So now it's no longer about lifespan, not about how long you live. It's about health span, how healthy the number of years that you're living. The ideal is when your lifespan is equal to your health span. How about that? That means really you grow old and then you die, right? But what if your health span is a lot shorter than your lifespan? That's very sorry state, right? Then Yun Ting here is nodding her head because she has gone through that process. Yes. Your mother-in-law and your who else? Your mom, your dad, and your grandma. They had a long struggle with their health, right? Before they eventually departed. And what was the bill that you mentioned? $500,000. How many of you would like to earn $500,000 just to give it to the doctors? You have a choice. If you are not aware of it, then you may end up having to foot that bill, right? So what can we do about it? The number one solutions. If you have that solutions to these issues, then you're sitting on a big opportunity, isn't it? Okay, so I would like to introduce to you, first and foremost, this solutions here called Salogen. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to just sit back and watch a video that tells you, generally introduce to you what Salogen is all about. And later on, I'll highlight the pertinent facts that will guide us along this way. Yeah? Okay? Relax. Well, this is the solutions for the problems that we are talking about. Okay, so let me kind of like bring you through some of the pertinent information. What is Salogen? Why this is going to be the modern solution to many people who refuse to age? who wants to slow down aging. It is a solution that is easy to consume. It's just a capsule. You pop one every morning and you get the good benefits out of it. Now, let me share with you why prevention begins at the cell. The best solution in the world today now is Swiss product called Salogen. All right. Now, first and foremost, it protects the healthy cells. Remember, healthy cells can only function healthily if they can ward off all the free radicals. So this is very high antioxidant that remove the free radicals. That's number one. Number two, it provides the nourishment, the nutrition for the cells, so the cells can repair any damaged cells. So first, you want to make sure that it protects healthy cells. Damaged cells, you want it to be able to repair themselves. And next is that cells are like human. There's lifespan. And then they'll regenerate, they'll renew themselves. So you want to make sure that the newer generation of baby cells are as healthy, if not even healthier than the parent cell. So these are the three steps that Salogen actually works inside our human body. Now, I cannot avoid talking about cell therapy as a methodology without really adequately covering what Salogen does. So cell therapy 1, 2, 3, I make it very easy, is that, our cells are all aging. As they age, the 100% functioning cell will gradually degrade to maybe 90% and then go to 80%, and you keep going down, right? So the moment Salogen gets into your body, it does this 3 steps. First, it intercept the degradation, and it stop it from degenerating further, okay? Second is get into a repair and maintenance mode. And lastly, it rebuild and it regenerate healthier cells. So you want to do this many cycles to the point that you keep bringing your body up. That's the reason why for people who are taking cell therapy like Salogen, you'll find that you age slower and you look better. Is it true? Sure. You take Salogen, so you say so, but I want proof. Okay. Shall we have some proof? Okay, we get one of the most wonderful proof that many of us know Mrs. Yo. Yes? Okay. Now, this picture was taken outside a long time ago, 2013, August 2013. I'm very glad I kept some of these pictures. This is, so it's evidence-based. A and B. How many of you, have you met these two ladies before? Okay, yes. So you are a fair person to ask this question. A and B, how old do you think they are? No trick question. Yeah, just your gut feel. Yeah. A, late 50s, B, late 40s. Very good guess. Yeah. How about Jennifer? Do you know these two ladies? No. Okay. Can you just give a guess? It's okay. I'll be surprised you get the right age. Okay. mm. A is 60 and B 58. Wow, so 58. Oh, I like the precision. Thomas, sorry. Yeah, I thought Thompson Plaza owned by you.
I wish.
Yeah, okay, don't wish. Yes.
It's just been sold.
I like that. Okay, come. A and B. What?
My guess is
Usually men very accurate.
the lady on the left, A, is around 65, 68.
65, 68. Okay, very good. Yeah.
Don't kill me if she's here.
Yeah. I'll make sure she comes. Please give her a corner. B?
I'm seated right in the middle, so I'm
Yeah. Joey won't let you go out.
lady B around about 56.
56. Wow, so very precise. B 56, A 68. Okay, 68. Yeah, we're good. We should tell Chung Gyok. Yeah. Okay, drum roll, please. 57. Quite accurate? Yeah? Quite accurate? Yeah? Oh, no, not accurate. You say 60 plus. Yeah, yeah. Okay. B. Your eyes so big, please. It may drop out. Yeah? Mrs. Yeo was 75 at that point in time, but she started on Salogen in 2009. Okay? Okay. Now let's look at A. A was 57. But you guessed that, right? Because she wasn't looking very healthy. You agree? Indeed, at that point in time, she wasn't very healthy. 4 months later, let's take a look at her. Okay. There was some improvement. Okay, there's some improvement. So that is the power of Salogen. If the cell goes in, or the Salogen goes in, and it can help in the cellular rejuvenation, it shines from the inside out. Okay. Now let's put A aside first. Let's look at D, Mrs. Yeo. Okay. Mrs. Yeo at that point in time was 75, 2013. And then fast forward 2022. Does she look good? Yeah. How about 2023? 2024, that was last year during our Alvin's wedding. And most recently, last Friday, right? Do you think she's good? Do you want to age like that? I want to age like her. Do we know her secret? What's the secret? Who wants? Yeah? Who wants? Yeah, you can have it. Right? Wow, this is the secret. Yeah. Now let me flip back to Lady A. Let me flip back to Lady A. When Lady A experienced the goodness, Lady A also has a mother. And that was when she gave it to the mother. And now I use somebody who is a bit older because you can see the transformation. Yeah. That was a mother of Chun Gyok at the age of 88. And then after 2 years of consuming Salogen, you look at her, same pair of spectacle, but a whole different life force from inside her. You agree? This, to me, is the best gift for all our parents. Yeah? A round of applause to Salogen, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. And of course, I gave it to my own parents. Yeah, this is my mom, my stepmom, and my father. My father was 87 last year. He's turning 88 in 2 weeks' time. Okay, I want to show you my father after 16 years of taking Salogen. Okay, that video was 87 years old. Okay, he does this exercise every day at 2 o'clock sharp. Every morning, he will take a 1 hour walk holding the hand of the Filipino helper. Okay, my mother say he has a girlfriend. Yeah. Okay, and he is cognitively sharp. He will discuss about Gaza and Donald Trump with me, and he will even be saying that which stock IPO should buy. And my father knows that he's getting old. Sometimes he jokes that my time is up soon. Yeah. But what is more important is every day, is he living to his fullest? Yeah. Can he not be lost in dementia? Can he be not immobile and needing a caregiver and wheelchair and sick in bed and that with tubes all around, when it's time to go, he say, just go. And my father and I, we are on the same page about Sen Lao. Yeah. Okay. When the time go. So this is what Salogen does to all our parents. Now, it's not just that. The question is why? Why is Salogen so effective? And this is why is it important that now I want to highlight the finesse of what the Salogen does. Number one, because it has a synergistic formulation of all the ingredients that is captured and extracted from deep sea marine ocean fish. And these are all peptides, amino acids, the very, very small bioactive ingredient. Now, synergistic formulation means this. How many of you can fry noodles, say? How many of you? Yeah. How many of you know of famous chef who can fry very good noodle, right? Now, let me give you the same ingredient to you and to the famous chef, do you think the noodle will come out the same? Because the guy is expert in knowing how to synergistically blend the different ingredients at the right time, right amount, right? So this is what the Swiss does. The Switzerland authority, they are the really authority in cell therapy. They have the experience and the technology to blend it in the right way that give you the effectiveness and efficacy. Secondly, very important as well, is the proprietary co-extraction technology. Now, this is more sophisticated, more expensive, but absolutely necessary. Why? Because you're extracting things that is very small and they are bioactive. They are proteins, they are amino acids, they are peptides. And if you were to use heat to extract it, you will have killed the biostructure of it. Okay? So this is the other reason why. Because the ingredient is extracted, is high quality, it has very high effectiveness when you consume it. Okay? And third, is enteric coated. All the ingredient that's inside are already pre-digested, meaning it's ready for your small intestine to absorb direct into your bloodstream and deliver to the cells. Now, in other words, it does not need your stomach to digest it. Again, because it's bioactive ingredient, you do not want the stomach gastric acids to destroy it, which is why it's enteric coated, meaning that the coating will survive the gastric environment, and the moment it enters into your small intestine, it will, the pH environment, it will then dissolve and release the ingredient for direct absorption into the blood. That's the reason why it's so effective. And not only that, what is very important is to have proper certifications, right? The ingredient, the middle there, you can see the French sanitations. That is a certification of the raw material. The fishes are harvested from the deep sea marine ocean fish off the coast of France. And to make sure that that is certified first. Raw material must first be certified. And then it comes into the factory, CGMP, ISO, etc., making sure that the manufacturing process are at the top of the grade. And then finally, when the ingredient comes out, it must undergo all the Swiss inspections and quality inspections. Now, every batch of our Salagen is also sent to BSCG, gold stamp there. It says banned substances control group to certify that there's no banned substances of any form and that is certified drug free. Okay, so even professional athletes can take Salagen and without any worry about the anti-doping problem. Yeah, and very glad to also announce that last year we achieved the little blue cap, which is the 保健食品, the stamp, which is the certification by the Chinese authority for importation and sales across the whole of China. Who wants China market? Wow, do Singapore first. Okay, so we have got a premium quality and safety assurances. Yeah, and then when we talk about cell, we cannot not talk about cancer. Do you agree? How many of us have friends or family who had died of cancer? Yeah, myself included. My mother, she left me when I was 7 because of cancer as well. So we know that when there are cell therapy products, we want to be very careful. And I'm very grateful to our company for commissioning a series of studies. Okay, and these are studies that are independent. It's not by the manufacturer, it's independent. This study was done in Italy in 2013. I'll just highlight, we have quite a few studies. We study with taking the liver cancer cells and pancreatic cancer cells and see what would be the reactions of Salagen on that. Okay, now I'll just highlight one. If you'd like to know more, you can find out from the friend who brought you here. Now, first and foremost, the chart below here, you could see that it says that Salagen is able to decrease the activity of oncogene. Onco means what? Oncology means cancer, yeah? Cancer-causing gene. There's this gene called CMYC gene. If CMYC gene is very actively expressed, there's a higher chance of developing many forms of cancer, okay? So after Salagen, it decreased it by 40%, which is good news. Prevention of cancer. Second, the chart at the top, 73%, It says it reduces the proliferation, in other words, spreading. Now, we all have cancer cell in our body, yes? It's only a matter how much of it. Once you hit certain threshold, you are considered stage 1. You have more cancer cells, stage 2, and so on and so forth. So even though we have cancer cell, we do not want this cancer cell to spread. So 73% of reduction in the spreading is mighty good news, right? And lastly, it says that Sialogen causes G1 arrest and apoptosis, meaning it causes cancer cell to remember that, oh, I'm abnormal, it's time for me to die. So it causes cancer cell natural death. And that is 25 to 30%. Again, that is mighty good. Okay, it means that it is very, very good to accompany cancer treatment or to prevent cancer altogether. Okay, so we have one case of my earlier years. 2014, Amy came to see me. She said she was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of breast cancer. She started on her chemo and radio. Alongside, she took Sialogen. 14 months later, this was a picture where she came here to celebrate her end of cancer treatment. When the oncologist signed her off, you are cancer-free now. And the oncologist told her, how I wish all my other cancer patients are just like you. Look at your nail, okay? It's so pinkish. It's not like blackish compared to all her, the other patients. But Amy didn't tell the oncologist that she was on Sialogen, okay? But what very important is look at her along the way, 2015, 17, 18, 19, 22. She continued to consume Sialogen. Well, now what is very important is to prevent a relapse, okay? To make sure that the cells in the body are kept healthy, okay? Now, I brought out some of the cases like older folks because I want to emphasize one point. Like old cars, older people have got less healthy cells. Agree? And to U-turn those older folk cells actually is much more difficult in that sense. But Sialogen is able to do that. Now, among us, we have many senior, not so senior people, I mean, old and not so old people, okay, all taking Sialogen, including CEOs, former CEOs, and all that, okay? Why? Because we want to keep ourselves at the pink of health and keep at our peak performance to pursue our career, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, if there is such a solution for the aging population that we are talking about, and if it's in demand, do you think you're sitting on an opportunity? Yes or no? Not necessary. Not necessary. Because if Sialogen today is sold in Takashimaya or sold through pharmacy, there's nothing for you to do. What opportunity? The only thing that you can do is to go to the pharmacy and buy Sialogen for your own health. In other words, you will forever be a consumer. Agree? But in Avita, the second solution that's really important for all of us is to create a form of passive income and active income for all of us, regardless of how old you are. And that is the Avita business opportunity. Okay? Now, let me guide you through some of this. At the end of my talk, you can sit down with your friends who brought you here to understand the mechanics a little bit more. Now, first and foremost, I'd like to introduce Avita. We are a company that is born in Singapore. We are a Singapore company. Okay, we have launched in 2007. Our focus from day one has been on preventive wellness and anti-aging. And we use the network marketing business model, okay, to market and distribute all our premium product, which means it gives people like you and I a chance to participate in this business opportunity, okay? And now we are in 10 countries. We have rep office in 10 countries across Asia, but our market is global. We have customers all over the world, all right? Now, we are very honored that today we have our dear founder and CEO, Ms. Li Xiangying, in our audience. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can we acknowledge Ms. Li here? Yeah. I've known this giant of an individual for 20 years now, and I'm forever grateful. if it's not Xiang Jie who conceived this company and created this product and then put it out, come on, it's a Switzerland-made product. Can you name all the good Swiss brand in the marketplace? Yeah, you can name any, including Ricola, which is a sweet. You can't even get a chance to market them. You can't even get the rights to distribute them. They're all premium products. But today, sitting here, we all has, it's a choice. You have the opportunity to represent Singapore company and distribute a high-end, very, very premium Swiss-made product. And that is what Miss Lee has made possible for you and I. Okay? So over the last 18 years, we have worked hard from Singapore, small little red dot. We have branched out into rep offices in all these countries. Okay, the youngest of all is Thailand and Cambodia. Do you have friends in all these countries? Can they be your customer? Can they be your business partner? But do you know how network marketing is done? Blur, right? Some of us, me included, when the first time I sit here, invited by my friend, I thought she was in some kind of scam. Okay, honest. How many of you think that you are walking into a scam? Wow, Thomas, yeah. Now, not Thompson anymore, yeah. Okay. Now, let me give you a short illustrated explanation of what is network marketing. How about that? Okay. Now, assume this is you, okay? You is gender neutral, okay? Yeah, so you just imagine a little bit, okay? Yeah. Okay, imagine this is you. And what Avita network marketing business opportunity offer is that. Now, let me ask you, do you have friends who are health conscious? Jennifer, no. Seriously, you don't have friends who are health conscious? Okay, at least, okay. Yeah, okay. Do you have some friends who are health conscious? Yeah. How about Kathy? Kathy, do you have friends who are health conscious? Yeah. We have people who are all walks of life. Remember, baby boomer, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, and all walks of life. Some of them are old, some of them are young, some of them are here, some of them are in different parts of the world. And these are possibly your customer. And then you have people who are like some of us here. Okay, you can look around at some of these faces, right? And they are enterprising. They want to be a business partner with us, right? And they can then be your distributor. So in Avita business, it's a very simple business. You have two divisions. You have the retail division, which you retail product to your friends who are health conscious. And then you serve them. You look after their welfare. And they are happily enjoying Celogen and other Avita products. And then at the same time, if you have people who are talented, who are driven, who are enterprising, you invite them to join you as your business partner. And that's your franchising division. Now, I'm careful to use the word franchise because unlike most traditional business, like my rock climbing business, when I started with my wife, there are only two of us. We had to set up everything from the billing to the payment system, to the point of sales, to the taxation, to the accounting, to the HR, to whatever, to the logistic and all. But in franchising, what does it mean? Franchising means that you already have a system and you just duplicate the system. So your job together with your distributor here, your job is to train them. Your job is to support them. Your job is to give them that system so that they can be successful in duplicating the same. Because Kit here will have his own friends who are distributors and consumer. And who Yun Ting here has her own friends. And Cheng here has her own friends. And so on and so forth. This is the reason why it's called network marketing, because it describes the way we market our product. We market to our own network of friends, and our friends will have their own network of friends, and so on and so forth. It is also called multi-level marketing, MLM, because MLM describes the way we are compensated. Now imagine if I were doing the rock climbing business, only my revenue is counted towards me. But here, if you can do it collectively as an entire group, everybody's revenue is counted also as part of your revenue. As a result, you get paid, you get compensated in a multi-level manner. Exactly how it's going to be done is a bit not also appropriate for me to explain it here. After my talk, sit down with your friends and he will share with you. Now, what is very important is the system is already developed. And more important, we have a company that's run by Miss Lee who support us. So the company takes care of the manufacturing. We don't need to go and manufacture this from Switzerland. Don't need to import from Switzerland to Singapore and then export to Taiwan or export to Australia and all these countries. All this has been carried out by the company. The company even runs the entire membership management system for you, so that when you have friends over in Taiwan, all you need to do is just to use the company system and register your friends from Taiwan in, and it will be coupled into your entire network. How beautiful it is. Yeah. So this is like a platform, plug and play. This is what this business is all about. Yeah. The company takes care of logistics. The company even takes care of all the compensation payout for all in your network. There's no need for you to calculate, compute who gets how much in what currency. Everything is done by the company. Good or good. All that we do as an entrepreneur, two very important things. Go out there and share and educate people about their styles, about preventive wellness. And then if they want to use the product, we service them with our heart. Bam, they are your lifelong customer. And for people who are interested in building the business, you support them, develop them, like what Jenny mentioned. Okay, when you get developed, you're able to speak, you're able to present, you're able to lead, then you will have an ever ongoing. And that is the magic of what we call leverage. My rock climbing business, her interior design business, or some of this solo business, no leverage. Here, you have leverage. In other words, you are investing time to multiply time. You are investing effort to develop human, develop people, develop partners, and then you multiply time and multiply income. Is that good or good? Exactly how it's done, later you invite your friends to explain to you. Now, some of you will say, I don't know, I never done business before. I don't know how to sell or market or do whatever, right? None of us is any wiser when we began this business, me inclusive. But when I came here, I got training from my upline. And I want to thank Pauline, Tony, and Josephine there for supporting me. Okay. When I joined, they are already here. Okay, so they are ahead. They have fallen into pothole and they now turn around and tell me, don't fall into that pothole. So I learn faster. Okay, now I can share the same for you. Training is one-to-many, mentorship is one-to-one. And then we have team support from all over. Like tonight is actually a team event. And we have business event all over in different countries. And we have a regional network that can support you. And a business system. Companies support us with a business system. You can track your performance of all your network in different parts of the country, and that will then guide you on how your business is performing. You don't need to invest in any SAP, ERP software and all that. Okay? All right. Now, we have 7 ranks in total in Avita. Everybody's will get started as a VIP member. The first 3 ranks in pink are basically consumer ranks. Yeah. So consumer think what? Discount. They want freebies, they want discount, rebates, that's all. Okay, so the first 3 ranks are what we call consumer rank. The next 4 ranks are important ranks. Because if you are here tonight exploring a business opportunity, pay attention to these 4 ranks. Pay attention to what I'm going to say next. You get started the best business position to get started is a GA, which is Gold Associate position, and you aim to get to a Platinum Director position as soon as you can. In other words, developing a network of consumer and business partner. Here, I would like to just highlight something that you will take note, and later on you can ask your friend to explain more to you about that. The difference between GA and Platinum Director. Are you ready for it? Yeah? Now, can you imagine that you get started as a GA, a Gold Associate, and then I will say to you, set some goal. Whether you're doing part-time or full-time or sometime, just set some goal. Whether it's 6-month goal or 1-year goal. Okay? Can you imagine you might have 10 friends who would take Salogen, let's say. Yes? Can you imagine that? Can you entertain that possibility? Just a 10, 20. 20 consumer. They're not doing anything. They're not doing a business. They're just consumers. Can you imagine you have 10 friends who love Salogen, but not quite ready to do the business, but they love it, so they share with their friends. So you have 10 of this, we call them the SA retailer, Silver Associate Retailer, who are sharing it maybe opportunistically, maybe sometime kind of thing, part-time thing, and each one of them have 10 consumers. Yeah. But you will always also have good people. Okay? You have people who are enterprising, wanting to do the business, and you have 5 of them, and each one of them will just repeat whatever you do. Can you entertain this idea? So you have a small little network like that, yeah? Now, I will just give you one example. If all these people here are just taking Salogen 1 box every month, so every one of them just buy 1 annual pack, that's all. Okay? Not selling more, not consuming less, they're just consuming 1 pack every 1 box every month. In other words, 1 annual pack, yeah? What would your commission be? Few $100s? Few $1,000s? Let me share with you. Yeah. Your commission for that 1 year will be 9,000 from your consumer, 26,000 from your retailer because you have a little bit more leverage, right? And here you have 60,000 from your GA distributors because now they are building the business together with you as well. So together you're looking at 96,000 annual income. Is that good or good? Now, it's not very good if you're comparing to a senior manager pay. But this is passive. There's a big difference between passive and between active income. Active income means you've got to work 8 to 5 every day to earn that kind of money. Passive means that you have developed a consumption pattern and every year it's just giving you 96,000. How big is 96,000? If you're putting money in the bank, fixed deposit, at 3%, you will need 3.2 million. Is it easier to make 3.2 million by working hard and saving money? Or can you entertain the idea that you start today, you build a network like that? It gives you, this network of yours gives you a net worth of $3.2 million. Ask the person next to you, I might. And I say to you, don't stop here. Remember, I promised you to compare and contrast Gold Associate and Platinum Director. Why I say to you that don't stop at Gold Associate. Gold Associate is only a starting position. The reason being that when you are a Platinum Director, same network, same volume, but your earning is different. This network can worth 3.2 million to you or 6.4 million to you. Which one do you want? But to imagine 6.4 million is like very big number. But to imagine how to systematically get up to a platinum direction is something that your senior here can guide you. This is a message I'm going to leave you. The exact detail I'll leave your friends to guide you on the ROI, how you can build towards becoming a platinum director. And then you say, why now? I say, why not now? I say, why not yesterday? Yes? Why now? Because the timing is right. The timing of the longevity economy is now, going forward for the next 20 to 30 years. This is a business that is not a rock climbing wall business that will last for 5 to 10 years. And the reason is very simple. Because the world is trending in a way that is unstoppable. It's $7 trillion wellness economy. 7 trillion. It's a bit difficult to grasp. First time I read this article and read this analysis, I had problem grasping it. Let me help you. 7 trillion, how big or how small is it? Now let's look at cell phone. How about that? Cell phone? Yeah, I'm going to confiscate your cell phone because you are using it illegally. Yeah. She refused to give me. Cat Chan. Yeah. Cell phone. How many people are there in the world now? 8 billion. Not everybody will take Salagen, but everybody has 1 or 2, or some of you have 3 cell phone, smartphone. Let me ask you, smartphone, how big is the market, you think, global? Give it a guess. Is it more or less than 7 trillion? Kathy, you look very intelligent. Definitely more. How much more? 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 or whatever. Could be double. So let's say 14. Okay. How about Gui Chu? Gui Chu?
Triple.
Triple. Wow, you're going to use I don't know how many cell phone. How about this young lady here? Amy. Yeah. Have some idea. We call it a guess. 7? More, less?
More.
More. Wow, so definite.
10 trillion.
10 trillion. Wow. I tell you. Let me give you the answer. Drum roll, please. 1.2 trillion by 2032. This is the meaning of what 7 trillion is for the wellness economy. It is unstoppable. And I say to all my friends, when the tide is rising, you don't fight the tide. You ride the tide so that you get to a higher place, easier. And that is what trend will do to our business opportunity. So I wish for you that in 2025, you will get this kind of income in a month. Okay, just now I show you it's a year, but these are income in a month, in a one single month. Of course, some of us here have got network that we have built over years. Okay, some of us have network that in the hundreds, thousands, and some in the tens of thousands. So it is a network that is buildable by anybody. Okay? Anybody. Tell your friends next to you, anybody. Then why not you? Yeah, but only if you want. Right? So some of you will then say, but I've never done it before. I'm not sure how to do it and whatever not. Right? Richard Branson hears you. I'll invite him to appear before you. And he says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes first and then learn how to do it later. I respect this guy a lot. He has done so many breakthrough businesses. He's one of my role models. And I'll always say yes first and then figure out how to do it. So I wish that you say yes to your friends and join us and fly, and may 2025 be a year that make a tremendous difference to you. And I hope that if you achieve that, you turn around and you share and you make a difference to many more to come. Thank you for allowing me to invest a little bit of my life in yours. Namaste. Thank you.
Okay, let's give a round of applause to PA Alvin. Thank you, Alvin, for your wonderful sharing and insightful sharing today.